Good Friday evening, South Carolina weather watch. Hopefully, everyone has a fantastic Friday. I'm your host for South Carolina weather, Jesse Peterson, and let's go and talk about the weather for your Friday evening going into our future. I'm looking at the radar right now, nothing going on for the entire state of South Carolina, but if you go on and scroll out to the MRMS, you can see that we do have some rainfall. We have some rainfall going on all the way from places like West Virginia, Kentucky, Virginia, Tennessee, North Carolina, Georgia, as well as Alabama and Mississippi, Louisiana. We also do have some rain activity going on inside of Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois, Wisconsin, also some snow going on inside of Michigan, and as well as over there inside of Pennsylvania, some mixed precipitation through there. Snow going on inside the west with some rain as well. But other than that, that's pretty much it. If you go on and talk about our cloud cover right now is actually pretty low. We have fog in a lot of regions will be receiving some fog tonight. So especially inside the low country South Carolina portion of the PD region, Midlands will probably receive some fog tonight as well. All where you can see this blue app, where you all can see some dense fog, and you can see it going on well. Even the upstate has some lower clouds as well. Current or future cloud cover as you go on and pushes forward, cloud cover continues to take over even as you get through the next 14 or so hours, and as you move through around 24 hours out or so, cloud cover continues to go through South Carolina. Then as you go around 36 hours or so in the future, cloud cover is still continuing, and then as you go around 48 hours out or so, cloud cover starts to push even more east into the PD region as well as the coastal low country of South Carolina. But the cloud cover is starting to move out a little bit more as we get into our Sunday night, going to our Monday morning. Current temperatures right now 48 in Columbia, as well as 46 in Union, 44 in Rock Hill, 43 inside of Greenville, as well as 46 in Anderson, 50 inside of Edgefield, as well as 50 in Augusta, 57 inside of Beaufort, as well as 61 in Charleston, 59 in Georgetown, as well as 59 in Myrtle Beach, 53 in Kingstree, as well as 50 in Florence, 52 inside of Sumter. Low temperatures for tonight 41 in Greenville, as well as Spartanburg, 42 in Rock Hill, 45 inside of Girard, as well as 49 in Dillon, 54 inside of Myrtle Beach, 54 inside of Georgetown, 52 inside of Moncks Corner, 58 inside of Charleston, as well as 52 in Walterboro, 60 inside of Hilton Head Island, 47 in Aiken, 49 in Barnwell, and 49 in Orangeburg as well. In terms of rainfall for tonight, we actually do have a good chance for some rainfall tonight as we go in through to around the upstate of South Carolina, where about an inch, maybe to 2 inches is possible. Half an inch to an inch possible inside of Anderson, Greenville, Spartanburg, around a quarter of an inch to a half an inch possible inside of Spartanburg, Rock Hill, and Lawrence. Tenth of an inch to a quarter of an inch possible inside of Greenwood, Newberry, Winsboro, Camden, as well as Columbia. Maybe even Aiken, 100th of an inch to a 10th of an inch possible inside of Barnwell, Orangeburg, Sumter, Florence, Dilling, Georgetown, Kingstree, Moncks Corner, Charleston, Walterboro, and Hilton Head Island as well. Here is our day one risk for some thunderstorms. Nothing for tonight, but if you go to tomorrow, nothing really for tomorrow. I mean, some thunderstorms possible inside of South Carolina and the upstate, but nothing severe for South Carolina. Not all can be said, especially for like Louisiana and Mississippi tomorrow. We'll talk about that when we talk about the entire United States at the end part. And then day three, it's not showing up, but we are under a slight risk of severe weather, which is why we did have the yellow at the beginning for that slight risk. If you go on and move through, go on and show that right now. You go on and pull up that on a different screen. You can see over here that there is a risk for some severe weather going all the way from Greenville, Spartanburg, Rock Hill, Columbia, Florence, and Aiken down all the way. Here it is right here. So again, Spartanburg, Greenville, Rock Hill, Columbia, Florence, Aiken, all in the yellow slight risk. Orangeburg, it's included. Conway's included, even up there towards Greenwood, Sherrod, Dillon, all these places all have a chance for a slight risk for pretty much severe weather. And everybody else, Hilton Head Island, Charleston, Myrtle Beach, up there towards Walhalla and Seneca as well, marginal risk of severe weather. We'll get more on the tornado threat, wind threat, and the hail threat tomorrow. We'll talk about that tomorrow night. So make sure that you are there as well. And that is it for that. Let's go on and talk about some excessive rainfall as well. Nothing for day 1, nothing for day 2, as well as, well, actually, yes, something for day 2. Actually, the upstate does have a risk for some excessive rainfall up there for Greenville, Spartanburg, Anderson as well. Day 3, again, pretty much just the upstate. Risk for some excessive rainfall going through Sunday as well. Nothing for Monday, and nothing for Tuesday as well. And so that's pretty much it in terms of excessive rainfall. So now let's go on and talk about the models now. See what the models have for the future. Go all the way through to the ARRR. We're going to go to the 0Z. It's not going to go that far out, but hopefully far out enough. We're going to go through around like the next 36 or so hours. As you go on and push this forward, showers continue through the upstate of South Carolina, and also throughout the PD coast of South Carolina as well. Showers continue all the way from around 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, start to become a little bit more widespread as well. And then as you continue through there at around 2 p.m.-ish, showers and downpours still seem to be possible. As you go all the way through Savannah, through Moncks Corner, through Charleston and Georgetown and Myrtle Beach as well. And then as you go all the way through to around 11 p.m., showers, downpours still continue to be possible. And look at this right here. This is what we might have to deal with as we go through our Sunday. So this is just a little snapshot. This is 6 o'clock in the morning right here on Sunday as you have powerful storms moving through Atlanta, Gainesville, Georgia, Peachtree City, Georgia, Columbus, Georgia, going through Dothan, Alabama, just went past Montgomery, Alabama as well. And that's going to be moving through. That will bring us, again, damaging wind threat, tornado threat, hail threat, potentially all 3 of the main areas that we're watching for there. We'll talk more about that tomorrow night, though, and the exact timing and what it could look like for everybody involved. We're just a bit too far out. We may not be too far out, but it's not quite up there and quite loaded in yet. So again, probably tomorrow night when we have more information and we know what's going on over there in Louisiana and Mississippi first. Because what happens there could impact what does happen over here as well. So now let's go on and talk about our long-term future for about like the next 400 or so hours. So as you move down here to the southeast U.S., we move through around 7 p.m. So when we're starting out, as you move through, there goes that shower activity and that thunderstorm activity. This is the 29th. There goes that thunderstorm activity with the severe weather at around the 29th. You can see, you can really just see how just pretty much is how high resolution this is. You can see the rain, the red, the purple, all that kind of stuff, all pretty much high defined. But then once you get to this one right here, you only just see greens and yellows and some stuff like that. So again, it's not really, this doesn't really show a whole bunch, but you can definitely tell that it will be producing severe weather. Cold air will push in right after it as well. Going into around January the 1st and the 2nd, maybe even sticking by for a little bit longer on January the 4th. Then showers and downpours continue as you go through around January the 7th, the 8th, and then everything else is a bit too far out to talk about because you can see snow in the forecast for South Carolina, and that means that we have gone too far for that. And so I was about to go on and say, let's go on and talk with the audience, but everyone is a bit quiet today. There is nothing going on inside the chat right now, so I guess that nobody really has anything to say tonight. So I'm gonna go on and we're gonna skip over that then and go straight on and talk about San Antonio and Raleigh. Then if there's nobody inside the chat that has anything to say, which is not a problem at all, we can just go on and move right over. In terms of rainfall, though, for San Antonio, nothing for the next 36 or so hours. Let's check out temperatures as well. So moving in over here, I probably should have done rain for Raleigh first, but let's go on and check out the likes at least, see what's going on there. We have 5 people watching and 7 likes, but 10 people have tuned in so far. So if you're one of the other 3 people that have not hit the like button yet, make sure that you do that. We do have low temperatures tonight, around 60. High temperatures tomorrow, actually getting up to around like 77. Low temperatures tomorrow night at around 48-ish as well. As you move over here towards Raleigh in terms of temperatures, move on up here. We do have low temperatures tonight. Actually seem to be around like 40-ish. High temperatures tomorrow at around 63. Low temperatures tomorrow night at around like 57-ish, somewhere around there. And then if you go to composite reflectivity, I do believe that there is a severe threat for Raleigh as well, not just for South Carolina as well. And you can see rainfall pretty much on this isolated end tomorrow. Not really much until you get to around, this is, I believe, Sunday morning at around 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, as showers are just pretty much just dancing around the Raleigh area. And then in terms of severe weather, I do know, again, like I just said, Raleigh does have a threat for some severe weather on Sunday, just like South Carolina does, with that slight risk of severe weather, and that's pretty much it. So hopefully everyone enjoyed the forecast tonight. In terms of what's going on for the entire United States, there is obviously severe weather. Severe weather going on, or that's going to ensue tomorrow for portions of Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Florida. Tornadoes are possible. Strong tornadoes are possible throughout central Louisiana, along the Mississippi River as well. If you know anybody inside that region, let them know that pretty much, alright, let me show it on the screen so that's a bit easier to see. But if you know anybody inside of this region, right here, let them, anybody inside the orange, anybody inside the yellow, anybody inside the green, anything like that, let them know that there is a threat for severe weather, not only for tornadoes, as well as there's a high 10% hatch risk being that strong. EF2 tornadoes are possible, and then as you go into severe wind as well, there is a 30 to 44% chance for damaging winds of up to 60 miles an hour throughout that region as well. And then hail as well. Around a 15 to 29% chance of seeing hail of up to an inch in diameter or more than that. Continuing what's going on, though, for the rest of the U.S., we have fog going on pretty much from, I'd say, from South Carolina, Georgia, going through Louisiana, Mississippi, and Texas as well. Has some fog inside of Minnesota and the UP of Michigan. Also some winter weather going on inside of New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Massachusetts, and Connecticut. And then some more stuff out west that pretty much is just resulting in some winter storm warnings, winter storm advisories, all that kind of stuff. And then some high wind stuff as well. And that's pretty much going to about wrap this up. So hopefully everyone enjoyed the forecast tonight for our Friday. I will be back tomorrow morning with your Saturday morning forecast update, and everyone have a fantastic rest of your Friday evening.
Hey, yeah.